Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
If you deliberately run your country or economy in such a way that you deliberately destroy the value of your own currency, then nowadays you can actually technically buy a payment system off shelf because the technology is out there. The general public will choose to use a private sector produced currency in one form or the other because what you produce on the public sector side is so incredibly bad, so your first choice is always to get rid of it and get rid of it as quickly as possible.
We're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. The new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital.
That's why I'm here. That's why I come to Davos. That's why I'm meeting with regulators, because I want to partner and say, here's how Ripple approaches this, here's how we see the industry. And I will say, I've found an amazingly receptive audience here in Davos.
They never talk about the nature of this CBDC. What is it actually going to look like? They never talk about that. It was around this large and would be implanted under your skin. So that is the plan.
One of the tech firms in Denmark was being paid by the US Navy to come up with a chip that could be implanted in the human body that would integrate with Ripple. Yeah. So Ripple is a crypto, and it's one that's gotten a lot of promotion from the American establishment in my experience, just my impression. So why is the US Navy paying a Danish tech company to come up with an implantable chip that will integrate with Ripple?
This is the mark of the beast.
This is the most serious video I've ever made. We need to talk about what's in this guy's hand. This is a Ripple microchip. It's a microchip that goes in your hand made by a company called Byte, and they have implemented Ripple payment systems into this. So I've been stalking their Twitter and they've been inactive, but they recently posted this video, which I'm gonna play, this clip, and it was on August 18. So they've came back alive active. Here's the proof that they've actually implemented Ripple. This was back in 2018, implemented Ripple payment systems into that product. Let me show you the video of it. So he literally has the chip inside his hand, and it's big. It's like a freaking caterpillar. Look how big it is. It's gonna come out this little thing. And Ripple payment systems can be implemented. It is in that. And look, he opened a door with it. He's gonna stick a bottle cap to his thing. It's magnetic. Look.
In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors? Former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany? Former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team. Ripple, who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's High-Level Advisory Board on FinTech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website, Ripple.
Of course, we know Ripple right now globally already has a leg up on that, already partnered with so many central banks.
And I can't help but say, well, you just have a ish and you have central bank digital currency, put those two things together, and what have you got?
Several central banks have, like the Bank of England, already prepared their microchip implant RFID to be implanted under your skin.